Have you heard him talk about how he plays blackjack? His system. It's
No.
he's like, it's not. They asked him, like, you've been banned from a lot of casinos. It's like, it's not that I've been banned. He's like, they just don't like how I gamble, so I can go to this place, and this place. They're the only places that'll do. He wants to play like many thousands of dollars per hand. He wants to play $20,000 hand blackjack or something like that.
Yeah.
But he'll sit down and play three. He's like, I'll sit down and play three hands, and if I win, I get up and fucking go home.
Yeah.
He's like, I walked away with $90,000 in 5 minutes. They hate that.
Yeah. I did that when I was in Vegas. I went to the roulette table, put down a whole bunch of different numbers, and I hit. And I put down like $100. I came out with like 400. And I said, okay, I'm done. And I just walked away. And they were like almost mad at me, looking at me like, that's it? Bro, I'm up. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course they're mad. Like their whole business model is keep you in there as long as possible, because the longer you're in there, the higher the likelihood that you leave with less.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I have to go. I'm going to be in Vegas for a paintball game, and they're having an awards show, which is going to be cool too.
Nice.
So,
is it like a scenario game?
No, it's a speedball tournament.
Okay.
But they're doing a award show like the Oscars for paintball players, and they're going to be giving out awards for best players, and it's supposed to be a fancy schmancy thing, which is very cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Are you going to put your try hard hat on so you can be the number one player in that event, get the award?
Well, that's not my world, but they're going to be giving awards for the woodsball military style that I do too, which is very cool. So maybe I might present one or something, and it's it's next level. But yeah, Vegas is a whole different. Trying to win against the house is an impossibility. So if I get something, I'm out.
Yeah,
gone.
I'm glad I'm not very tempted by gambling. Seems like an easy way to get out over your skis and be like, oh fuck, I don't have the money for this. I'm broke now because I thought the fucking Chiefs would win or some shit.
Have you ever gambled, Taylor?
I've gone to casinos and shit. It's just like I'm not that into it. Like I'll sit there, gamble like $50, $100 away, and be like, all right, well, anybody want to do something else?
Here's why: because you're not playing the game. You're playing the game of gambling when you just sort of like have a little snack.
I'm there with other people every time. Like I'm just like socializing, doing.
Imagine this though. If you enjoyed the game before the money came into it, then it becomes a whole different thing. Imagine if it was if it's Age of Empires 2 had a league where you had wager matches, right? Where like
I'd lose my ass.
Or like you could play like five. There's like maybe imagine there's like you can play the $1 games, or there's the $10 games, and there's the. I've been playing these $50 games. Just listen to me. I know it's a lot, but like you could understand how that could get out of hand because you start believing in yourself, and you're like, I got a system. Then you start studying. And you're like, oh my god, if I get a 1% edge, how can I lose?
I get how you get really into it. Like and that was a good way to put it. Like if I was into the game prior to money being involved, I could totally see it because that would just add a new layer.
Yeah.
I would never do Age of Empires 2 for money.
It's funny because
I'd get blown out by some fucking European guy. That wouldn't be fun.
It's funny because I would play like poker on my iPad, right? And I'd get really good at it. It's just, not for real money and stuff. Like I get really good at poker and stuff. And then I was going to Vegas. And I was thinking about playing in Vegas. And he goes, and one of my friends says, no, don't. Because Vegas is made for suckers like you. Because there's guys whose full-time jobs is it to play poker and wait for guys to fly in who think they can play poker.
Yeah.
And that's how they make their money. You know what I mean?
That's true. But that's at a table that you wouldn't be sitting at anyway. It'd be a little bit higher stakes than you'd want to do, but there are poker rooms there at like every major casino. And I mean, there's 300 people there playing, and they're not all sharks. They all think they are. We all watched World Series of Poker seasons 1, 2, and 3. but everybody's there, and they know how to play. Nobody's there asking the rules or anything. But to say that there's a bunch of like Phil Hellmuths out there in the crowd, that's not quite the case. But if you step up, the higher the stakes go, then you run into the
real
players.
sharks.
But nobody's sitting down there at the like. there's stakes where everybody's got a couple $100.
Okay.
I usually play like a $500 buy-in and like $2 and $5 blinds and stuff like that. You know, like nothing crazy. 5-10 gets out of hand real fast. I don't want to play 5-10. That's too much money.
See, I was there playing blackjack once, and there's this lady there's this black lady who's sitting beside me getting really upset with me because I was playing really stupidly and I was winning, and she's there like I'm doing like, you know, $5 a hand, $10 a hand, and I just kept winning, and like she would lose. Like she would go, hey, you should split those. And I go, no, I'm good. And I win. I get blackjack. I get a whole bunch of money back. And she's doing all the proper things and stuff. And then she'd lose all of her money. And she'd go, okay, here, 5 more hundred. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts on 500 $100 bills. Lose it again. Okay, let's go. She just kept.
She's getting mad at you,
and she's getting mad at me because I kept winning because I was taking her hands or something.
She's mad at you because you are making moves that aren't just wrong, but they're like incorrect, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And you're changing the cards. So like it's like that scene in Sopranos. She's going, that was supposed to be my card. I would have made blackjack.
Yeah.
You cost me $1,800 to win 12 by playing wrong. Go away. like it would be infuriating.
I guess so when you say it that way.
If you want to,
wouldn't players work together? I guess
you need to set up your own little group and be like, all right, how many people are allowed at a blackjack table? 4 or 5?
I don't know.
You'd need to go like with a group and be like, all right, we're the quad tonight. We're setting up the whole table and we're all going to play correctly.
Well, most people, I'm not talking about just not being adventurous with your betting. I'm talking about playing in an incorrect manner, like not jumping a move in checkers, for example. It'd be like, why didn't you take that piece? It's checkers. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, because you didn't jump there, something that you had no way of knowing now makes me lose. It's like you played bad, so I lose. Like if there were just a competent player here, like the game would be moving.
I hear your logic.
You could still win as a result of them playing incorrectly.
I hear everything you're saying, and you're absolutely
and
right.
That takes your card, or where I make no move, or like it.
That's all true. I get what you're saying.
Sounds like sour.
But this is a game where you get to see it play out, and also it's what you got to understand. If they've never seen anyone play like him, it is part of it as well.
He's a maverick, is what you're saying.
he's blazing trails over there, and it's frustrating. It's that you can see it in blackjack and see how the cards have been altered by someone's weird play. It's like, oh yeah, you always split when you get this hand. It's just the rules of blackjack. It's like if A, then B, and this guy went C, and it's like, whoa, you're not being adventurous. You're not gambling and throwing it around. In poker, you can be like, fuck it, I'm calling because maybe.
Wolf,
right? Maybe
Wolf
he's lying.
does not play that way. He's Christ-like. He barges into that temple of money and flips the tables.
I remember I was doing one hand, and it took me 5 cards to get up to 20, and I just kept hitting. It was 5, like 9. It was like 13. It was like 14, and the lady beside me goes, "Lord Jesus Christ!" I'm like, there was no reason for me to hit. I was just like, let's see what happens. You know what I mean? It's like I won the hand, and it's like I got money and stuff, but she was so mad at me. I still remember that to this day.
No, I get it to some regard, and I also get like, and not from blackjack, but just from poker. It can be frustrating when, again, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. When someone just does the wrong thing, and that changes the flow of the game. It's like I get that this is all random. But you interceded in my randomness a little bit with your incompetence, and I'm not saying you Wolf, but like in poker.
I know what you mean.
It's like, bro, why are you even in this hand? I misread my cards, to be honest. I thought I had 2 8s, but it's an 8 and an ace. I'm sorry. Well, don't apologize. You won a fucking hand. But
I'm just stuck because my stupid play could just as well help you.
I guess it's a luck thing. It's a.
We're not. You also have to imagine
we're not at a tape. Right?
We're not at a game where the general public would normally be as well. It's
What's that a counter?
It is if you're a gambler. I think people are understanding what I'm talking about here. Like if you're at a table and someone's doing things that are wrong, like misplaying the game, then and it changes the flow of the cards, and not just in an adventurous kind
but
of
the flow of the cards. What does that mean? Like if I'm playing crap, I don't know how craps.
They're predetermined.
But like if we're playing a dice game, and
we're not playing dice.
We're
not playing dice. We're playing cards because in cards
is different. Yeah.
Once we shuffle them and sit them on the table, although we can't see them, we could play the hand up, face side up, play it all the way out, and we would know who was going to win.
It's a finite result. The finite amount
predetermined. It's a predetermined result once they're shuffled, and no one knows it, and that's the whole gist of the game.
But is it not equally likely, like someone playing like a dumbass helps hurts you? Sorry, I'm not getting it.
The problem is that no one at that table should be playing like a dumbass. And that's already you just go in knowing that everyone is going to if A then B. So someone going C is this weird thing that should have never happened. It's like you tripped and fell and hurt me. Okay, it's not making sense.
Chaos theory.
I understand what you're saying now.
It messes up the flow. Of
everybody's got to be on the same.
It's
basic strategy. The same tactic in the game in order for it to work for everyone. One fly in the ointment can fuck the whole thing up.
That's why you have hot tables and bad tables, right? So.
It's just like, if it's influenced by your ignorance as well, because there's so many decisions you could make. I'll bet this much, I'll fold this card, this and that. But 100% of the time, every other player with any sense would have said, I don't know, dude. One of the best examples, someone misreading their cards and thinking they had one thing, but they had another. And so they're literally playing wrong.
Well, that's inexcusable. Like, how do you not?
That happens all the time.
Really?
People go, ha, full house. And they're like, no, you have 1-8, not 2.
That happens all the time.
That's why it's infuriating, because we're not talking about for shits and giggles. There's like thousands of dollars moving around.
Yeah.
And
that would frustrate me. Yeah, if I was trying to take it serious and some guy's like flush, and it's like you've got one of every different. You've got a club, a spade, a heart, and a diamond. This is not a flush. Or however fucking poker works. I don't know anything about that shit.